Welcome back to the UNK Coaches Show. I'm Austin Jacobson, joined here once again with UNK football's own head coach, Coach Lynn. And Coach Lynn, it was a really exciting game last week on Saturday. A lot of monumental shifts and changes in the game. What was your initial take against Central Missouri?
Well, my first initial take, they're a very good football team. 11th in the nation. We'll see where they end up this week. However, I knew that going in, number one offense in the nation when it comes to scoring offense. I knew we had a test defensively of shutting them down, and I think we did that I think we did that just as good as anybody. And and then defensively, they're well improved defense that we felt that we could move the ball on. I felt we did a pretty good job moving the ball on Saturday.
And in a back and forth game, there's a lot of different emotional swings going on in that game. And when you went into halftime, only down 3 against one of the most high-powered offenses in Division II, what was the attitude of the team coming out of the locker room?
Well, our whole focus, the entire focus throughout the week was, we wanted to get them in the third and fourth quarter. You look at this team; they can score. They can score multiple points in a short amount of time, which was a good example of that on Saturday. But we knew that if we could keep it close at halftime and get them into the third and fourth quarter, we felt like we had a chance.
And the Lopers led in the middle of the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead, and after that, the Central Missouri offense really took off, leading with the final game-winning Hail Mary touchdown from Brooke Bowles. What was your philosophy going into that last moments of the game?
Well, there's a lot of things that led up to that. We had they score, then we give it right back to them on a turnover, on a kickoff return, and then we move down the field and get a field goal blocked. And you can always look at the last play of the game, but I think there's several events that led up to that. That we could have iced it on our side, and we just didn't get it done. And give Central Missouri credit, they did.
And it's a tough loss for your team, and you've had a couple of tough losses so far this year, and you go back-to-back with Fort Hays 2 weeks ago, Central Missouri last week. What is the emotion of your team now moving forward, and especially going up against another tough opponent?
Well, it's the great thing about this group is we feel that we can go toe-to-toe with just about anybody if we play local football. And that's what's exciting about that is and what our guys are believing in. It's that always hasn't been the way. It always hasn't been that way in the past, and especially over the last five or 6 years. And so, we're going to learn from this one. And, there's a lot of really positives that came out of that game. And then there's a lot of really positives that we have. There's a lot of goals left out there that we need to achieve these next 2 football games.
And some of those bright spots came from your quarterback, TJ Davis. He showed not only as his athletic ability that we normally see, but he threw the ball very efficiently and very well, having 3 touchdowns on the day.
Sure, that's I think TJ sometimes maybe gets a bad rap in regards to the way he throws the ball, but TJ's a very good thrower, and he's starting to become a complete quarterback. And obviously he can hurt people with his feet, but I think over the last several weeks, I think he's really demonstrated what he can do with his arm too. So we're excited about the progression of TJ, and we're excited about his movement and his ability to throw the ball better. And he's doing a great job for us. And great thing is too, we got him for about 3 more years here.
Moving on to next week, you travel to Missouri Western, a team that has surprised a lot in the conference at 7-2 on the year so far. What do you see from the Griffins so far on film?
They're a really good football team. What sticks out to me the most is their offensive line. I believe they're all seniors. Their quarterback is playing well. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the conference. Defensively, very, very athletic in the back end, and their front 4 or their front 7 does a good job of moving around too. Just overall team speed, very, very good team speed on defense, and they're another program that's kind of on the rise. The last couple of years they've done a good job recruiting and really putting a quality product on the field in the MIAA. They're a good football team.
And a big mantra for you guys this season has been the rise and believing in each other. And we see the tweets, we see the positive support from the community. When you as coaches go back to your players after a tough loss like this and back-to-back losses, is the attitude of the team changing, and what does the coaching staff need to do to improve that?
Well, it's the coaching staff. Where we're at as a program, you look at what we've done and I hate to even refer back, but you look at over the last couple of years, these are games we were never in, you know what I'm saying? And now we should, we come off the field and our kids know that we should win those games. And so, you talk about the rise, I think that is the rise. I mean, guys getting to believe in winning football games, and, the rise is also not only football, but it's, the rise is also what we believe in the classroom too, and that's, having a great GPA and graduating athletes.
Now, moving back to Missouri Western, they've had both of their losses come at home so far this year. You traveled to Missouri Western to play them this year. What's your expectation, and what do you think your team needs to do to get started, to get an early lead or to win the game against the Griffins?
Well, I think I look at the Griffins and I look at us and I see a very similar football team. I think the one who can control the offensive and defensive line, especially with that veteran offensive line that they have down at Missouri Western, that's going to be huge. The next thing is I believe that we need to go in there and we need to start fast. And obviously turnovers will play a big role in this game. And I think we need to go out there and just play good, clean, local football.
And how's the health of your team after a couple of weeks?
We're good. I mean, we're as good as we ever have been. So pretty excited about that at this point.
Well, that's our show for this week. Thank you once again to UNK Football's head coach, Coach Lynn, for joining us on the UNK Coaches Show. Thank you to Ashley behind the scenes for recording and editing, and producers Manny and Ford Clark. I'm Austin Jacobson saying, go Lopers.